So this year I will be 39 years old, right? 39 years old in March, right? In a year or so from now, I'll be 40, universe willing, right? And I have never had a boyfriend, never been in love, never been in a relationship. Not once. I'm turning the air conditioner off. Yes, I've dated men with intentions of that's happening, but for one reason or another, it didn't happen. Personal issues, incompatibility, and me refusing to settle are the number one reasons. There have men who wanted me, and there's men that I wanted, and we just weren't good matches. And I've seen too many people settle for just anyone just to say they have someone. I went to a reader, a psychic, and she predicted a lot of things. But one thing she said to me, she said, she said she feels sad for me because I've given up on the hope of love and relationships, and I have so much love to give. And I said, that's true, but I have given up, and I don't want to be in a relationship with nobody ever. Okay? All right? Like, even me dating now, like, I'm dating because I want men to spend money on me. I'm keeping it real. And because I want my pussy ate. I'm going to be honest. But I don't want to be with none of these niggas. I don't. I definitely do not. I cut myself. Ooh, that was horrible. But, yeah. At the slightest red flag, I'm moving on. Okay? I don't know why that shit just paused. Anyway, at the slightest red flag, I'm moving on. I'm not tolerating nobody's shit. I'm not. Like, I was supposed to meet somebody yesterday, right? For brunch, right? And we agreed on the time, and he didn't leave until a few minutes before the time. We supposed to meet at 3. It's 2:50 and it's time to catch an Uber. And I'm like, even if you catch an Uber, you won't be here at 3 o'clock. He said, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, yes, you are sorry. I'm leaving. You out your mind? At 2:50, 10 minutes before the time you're supposed to be there, you want to tell me you catching an Uber? Mind you, catching an Uber from Brooklyn, we're going Upper West Side. That means I'll be going there for an hour. Fuck no. The slightest red flag, I'm moving on. I went on a date with this guy a couple of weeks ago, right? And he was off, okay? So I said I'm a witch, and he asked me, do I sacrifice animals and slaughter animals in the basement? And I laughed, and his face was like, but it was much colder and much more eerie. After making such a weird statement, I'm laughing, and he just has this cold, blank stare. And I said, this was off. He may be a serial killer. He ain't killing me. Because I'm a bitch that... I'm a fighting bitch, okay? He don't want to be the one being murdered. Anyway, oh, sorry, I'm alive. I hope I don't block this. Anyway, he was off. And the rest of the date went well. That's not true. He also kept correcting me. Like, correcting me. And I'm like, what? We talking about anime. He said, well, anime wasn't created for children. There's no anime for children. I said, that's not true. There's some anime created specifically for preteens and teens and young children. Not super young. But he said, no, they're not. All anime is for old men who read manga in their 40s. I said, that's not true. He said, yes, it is. And I'm like, this man don't even watch anime. And he thinks he knows what he's talking about. I'm watching anime since I was 7 years old and collecting manga. He don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, okay. And then we was to go to a bowling alley, and he took me to a bowling alley slash bar. I didn't even know that they have bowling alleys slash bars. But they was checking me for weapons, and I carry weapons. I carry me a lot of stuff. A lot of weapons. Okay? I live in New York City. And I'm a fighting bitch, but I still carry weapons just in case. Can't beat everybody. And so they wouldn't let us in, and he said, why you carry all those weapons? You really need them? I said, yes, I do need them. Just in case somebody plays me. He said, oh, you have a dark side? I said, no, I don't have a dark side. I just have a dark side. Like, I have a side that says, don't play with me. You try me, you're going to get what you get. And, yeah, so he said, what else did he correct me? Damn. Oh, yeah, so I went to the bowling alley. So I said, so why didn't we just go to a regular bowling alley? He said, oh, they don't exist. It's just usually most bowling alleys are half bars. And I said, that's not true, right? There are bowling alleys that are half bars, right? But majority of bowling alleys are like bowling alleys slash activity centers slash arcades or standalone. He gonna tell me that's not true. Majority of bowling alleys are half bars. Now, if you Google that or ask ChatGPT, which I deleted, I don't have anymore. But if you Google it, it'll clearly tell you I'm right. And the same thing for the manga. But he is so sure what he told me. I said, that's not true. And I said, maybe because you drink, you think that. He said, no, I think that because I know. And he didn't. I'm like, this motherfucker's annoying me. I'm never speaking to this guy again. First, he's weird. Red flag. And then he's annoying me. So for me, at the slightest sign of a red flag, I'm moving on. If you're not respectful, if you're not kind, if you're not considerate, if you're not attractive, if you don't dress and smell good, if you don't respect my time, if you're a liar, if you don't have a level of emotional intelligence, I don't want to date you or be with you. I refuse to settle. And the pick of the men that's available ain't shit. So yes, I'm almost 40, never been in love, never in a relationship, and I'm fine with that, baby. Okay, I'm cute, I'm thick, and I can play. Period. And I can buy my own shit. Okay. So, yeah, don't feel sorry for me. I'm good.